What's going on, you bad Larrys? So today I'm going to be doing a Xbox original kind of like overview, telling you guys what you should be getting for Xbox original titles or exclusive titles if you're a collector or just looking for games to be playing on your original Xbox console like I do right here. So we're going to be going through some of these titles. I have accumulated this Xbox collection here next to me, which you guys cannot see off camera. I have accumulated this over about the course of a month. So we're going to be seeing what titles you guys should be getting if you are new to collecting, or if you guys want some cool titles to play on your original Xbox console. Okay. This will be unedited footage. No gameplay is provided, unfortunately, because I can't capture it on my original Xbox, unfortunately. But I'm showing you the titles, the cases, and everything. Then I'll put in the description down below all the game titles that you want. Now, if you guys want the place where I have originally found all these games to go buy, MetalJesusRocks channel on YouTube has made a video suggesting all of the exclusives that you should be getting. So this is kind of my view of it after I bought all of the ones that he said. So we're going through the first one here. We're going to be taking out these two titles right here. These are basically necessities. If you don't have them, you probably should have them. We have Halo 1 and Halo 2. Halo 1 released 2001, made by Bungie, way back in the day before 343 came out. This was kind of like the starter for the original Xbox console. This is what started everything. This was a 10 out of 10 game back in 2002, by the way. So Halo is definitely a pickup. This is a Platinum Hits case. You guys want to try and get the original Xbox case, which I do have. It is right here. You want to try and get this case because it's the original. But Platinum is okay as long as you have the game, you know. Moving on to Halo 2, of course. No, this is obvious. Halo 2, the sequel to Halo 1, released way back in, I believe, 2005. And this was also I think this got a 9 out of 10 review on IGN when it came out. This is also a necessity. I got this one for $8. I've got probably 10 other copies for $1 each where my store is. But Halo 2, necessity. We're gonna put these back. Move on to the next one. Now, this is another exclusive game. I'm gonna pull up both of the games that I currently own. Now, granted, I haven't played some of these exclusive titles, so some of these titles I'm basically just giving you what I've seen so far and why they look good, and they're basically exclusive, so you should just get them anyways. But we have two of the Oddworld games: Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey, and Stranger's Wrath. Now, we're going to go over Munch's Odyssey first. I haven't really seen a whole lot on this game. I've heard it's like a 3D platformer, almost, with a mix of kind of action-adventure. But, it's a pretty decent game, you know. It's an exclusive, so you want to make sure you get that. You want to make sure you have that stamp right there. Always on the Xbox original games you get, because that means they're exclusive. You can't play them on any other console. Or even the new Xbox. There are some titles which you can play, but most of them aren't exclusives for the Xbox franchise. 90% of the Xbox original exclusives you can't play on the Xbox One, unfortunately. I hope that gets changed. So that's Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey right there for you. Moving on to I think this is the better one. This is like the FPS. Oddworld, also an exclusive title. This is Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. So it's basically, this is an FPS of Oddworld. It takes place in the same universe, but it's kind of weird. You know, the Oddworld series is a very weird series. It doesn't really mix well with me. I don't know. I bought it anyways. It was $10. What can you do? I saw this game. I said, screw it. So those are the Oddworld games. Definitely worth a pickup if you see them, but don't stress that you do not have to pick these up. These are just my review and what you guys should be getting if you are new to collecting. Part in the background, whatever. Just focus on the games. Alright, we're moving on here. I'm going to be looking for my exclusives. I have a lot of games here, so just give me a second to find all the exclusive titles. Oh, here's another one. Now this one you can get pretty cheap at almost all stores. Even like thrift stores, you can find this game easy. But most gaming stores, we have a local one here that sells retro games and titles such as these. Should be decent. I got this one for $5, and this is Brute Force. This is kind of like, this is made by Microsoft Studios. This is basically a third-person Halo game, but it's like completely different. You basically have a 4-player squad. You run around and then you shoot guys in different, various levels. And the first 2 levels would be gathering up your squad, so you will only have like 2 guys, 3 guys, and then 4 guys. After that, you start doing all the tougher missions. But the game itself is pretty decent. I would definitely pick it up. It's pretty cheap to find. Definitely pick it up if you have the chance. Moving on. So we're gonna move on down here. Now these are also almost all these now down here are exclusives. Now this game has 2 sequels on the Xbox 360, but I'm gonna be going over the original version. And this is of course Fable. Fable was very well known on the Xbox Original console. Don't be surprised if you don't know it, if you aren't really into Xbox Original. But if you are, you know what this game is. This game is basically what started the RPG franchise for the Xbox system. This is like the first legit RPG right here. This is like a solid 9 out of 10 for me. I played through the whole game, and I love it. Fable 2 and 3 could be different. I don't really like Fable 2 and 3. Original is always better. Now this is where this is going to start picking up a little bit. After Fable and here on after, there's a lot of really good titles. Alright? So these are going to be titles such as... Hold on, give me a sec. Now, racing games, people are kind of love or hate with them. You can either like them or you can hate them. It's whatever, you know. But this is one I definitely recommend. The case is really beat up for me, but this is Project Gotham Racing 2. This is probably there was a Forza game back on Xbox Original, but this is the closest one that I could find. And the price was dirt cheap. It was only $1. Case is like destroyed, but the game works. What can you do? Who cares? If the game works, who really cares? It even came with the old Xbox Original free trials. Xbox Live free trials from back in the day. That's another cool title. Moving on. This one's kind of a love or hate it game. You can also find this one pretty cheap. Pardon me. Now this one is kind of like a aerial action fighting. It's like an aerial action game, almost. It's basically like taking Star Wars Rogue Leader and comparing it with like an Ace Combat game. And that brings you to Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge. Now this title is basically what I just said. Rogue Leader and Ace Combat mixed together in aerial combat. It's pretty weird. It's like in like future 1960s and stuff. It's very weird. But it's a good title. It's also an exclusive. So I mean, you might as well pick it up if you find it. I got this one for $4. So I mean, it's like, why wouldn't you? This is also a display case. So this is not for resale. This is a display case. I don't know why you even have a display case. You have, now this is kind of the worst one out of the 2, but I will be going over the other one, which I do not own currently, but I am looking for it on eBay, and 2 more titles that I am also looking for on eBay that I will also tell you about at the end of the video. So the first one here is Ninja Gaiden 1. Also, Ninja Gaiden Black is on Xbox Original. This is exclusive, which is also the better version of this game. This game is kind of like an game, you know. I bought it because it was $8. Whatever. But that's alright, you know. I think the Ninja Gaiden Black is better, but it's also more difficult. So if you don't like difficult games, do not get Ninja Gaiden Black. Get the first one. And if you want something more difficult, like a little bit easier than Dark Souls, but still keeping like the same pace of the game, get Ninja Gaiden Black. It was free, I believe, on Xbox Live, on Xbox One for a little bit. And I picked that up and I played it through Xbox One. But I don't own it for the original, so whatever. What can you do? Okay, this is also a game that I just recently played all the way through. Very good title. Does not have manual, but I got it for $1. This is the Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. Now this game is very, very good. This could take place as Vin Diesel trying to break out of a prison that he's in, basically straight out of Chronicles of Riddick, or from the same universe. Very good game, rated M, so, you know. But it's great. It's such a good story, you know. It gets you hooked in once you're in it. Now I see on the clock that we are breaking the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit. I don't want this to take too long for you guys. We'll be putting all the games deck in the comments below. Go look for them if you want. Alright, this is probably like, this is like one of the exclusives. Besides Halo and Halo 2, everybody knows about this game as well, besides Fable and those other two titles. This is like the kids RPG of the Xbox original. This is Blinx the Time Sweeper. Now there is a sequel to this game. I only have this one because it was $10. It was $15 for the sequel and $10 for this, so I wasn't going to be paying that. So I have Blinx 1. Now Blinx 2 is alright, not as good as the first one, which I currently have right here. This is basically an RPG game where you take place as a cat who can control time with his vacuum. It's very weird, but it's a good concept and a great game as well. Make sure you pick up this game if you would like it. Moving on. Only a few more, guys. Then we'll be going through honorable mentions after I go through these last few. Or no, we're gonna do the games I don't own and I'm looking for on eBay. After this, I only have 3 more, no 4 more. This is first one, Kingdom Under Fire Heroes. There's 2 games. I have the other one too. I don't know where it is, but this is Kingdom Under Fire Heroes. Both of these games are fantastic. It's like taking like an RPG game, but you're all the way. You know those RPG games where you're down and you're with like hundreds of your troops and you're commanding them. You're down there commanding them and fighting people. So it's like huge battles. But it's super cool in this game because this game is fantastic and it's also exclusive. So best pick it up. I got this one for $8. All the ones on my games are priced at probably like $12, $15, but you need to. This is kind of a mediocre title. It's kind of like an thing. It's more like a party game, honestly. You can do this with 1 to 4 players, so if you have 4 controllers, this is a great game. If you're playing by yourself, kind of get a little boring. Well, this is Bloodwake. This is like a naval boat combat game. You play as like naval boats and you gun down on people in like futuristic boats. It's pretty weird. It's like mixing Hydro Thunder with like Ace Combat, basically, except you're in a boat. And it's already I got this title for $1. It is an exclusive. Pick it up if you find it for cheap, because if you're not having friends over, if you don't have enough controllers, this isn't really going to be a game for you. But if you have a lot of controllers and friends over, want to play the original, awesome title. Moving on here to the last 2 games that I have here. Oh, last one actually. One of them isn't an exclusive, but it has an exclusive character in the game, which you get for playing on an original, which I won't go over since it's not an original game. This is probably, besides Halo 1 and 2, this title right here is my favorite Xbox original title. Period. This is the title which you should be buying and playing. This game is fantastic, and that is Jade Empire. This is the limited edition, but this game is fantastic. It's like mixing Knights of the Old Republic with like a Fallout game or something like that, you know? This was made by BioWare, who made the Knights of the Old Republic game, so it's very similar. But I think the combat and story is more fluid in this. You know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I think this right here is a better title if you're looking for that sort of game. Now, I got this one for $10. This was the cheapest one there, and it was limited edition. Other ones go for $20. This is a very good game. It's not that rare, but it is expensive. People will charge you a lot for this game. So try and find it cheap. But this is a very good title. I played through this whole game in probably 2 days. Very good title. But, so that's going to do it for the original titles. Now, I will be going over, for really quickly, we're already breaking the 14 minutes mark. This is going to be, basically, the games that I'm looking for currently. Now, there's 2, probably like, I think there's 4 games. You have 2 of them which are a Japanese title, Xbox original, that I'm still trying to find. I found some, and I'm going to buy them pretty soon. They're only $12 each. That's Otogi 1 and 2. Now these games, I've watched several gameplays of them. It's on everybody's exclusive list. I just couldn't find them at my local store when I went. But it's basically like Ninja Gaiden, but it has a better storyline. Not as developed, but the story is better and the combat is more fluid. Those games I'm definitely looking for. There's also another title called Shenmue 2. It's like a weird Japanese movie game. It's something weird. If you're not into it, don't buy it. But I'm just gonna get it because it's an exclusive. And I'm missing one. I'm missing one actually. Besides Ninja Gaiden Black. But that's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, I will be putting all of the game titles down below that are exclusive that you should be getting. Okay. And I'll also have honorable mentions, which are some very good Xbox titles that are not exclusive but are very, very good. So below that, I'll also put that. I'll also put the name of the guy's channel, which I found all these games on to go buy in the first place, which is MetalJesusRocks. I'll put that down in the description below. And without ado, guys, peace out. This is Starkiller. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions on any of these titles or any other games that you were considering, just put it down in the comments below, and I will answer your questions. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. And Starkiller out.